Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with one undeniable truth. The greatest asset you will ever possess is your mind. How you think, how you process the world around you, and how you respond to challenges shapes everything in your life. You see, the mind is a powerful tool, but it's only as powerful as the way you use it. Too many people let life happen to them. They let their circumstances dictate their mindset. They wake up, go through the motions, and wait for success to come knocking. But success doesn't knock. It doesn't simply fall into your lap. No, success is something you create, and it starts with how you think. To elevate your mindset means to elevate your life. It means stepping beyond the limitations that others have placed on you, stepping beyond the excuses you've built for yourself, and stepping into a life that reflects your true potential. It's time to stop playing small and start thinking big, to move from being reactive to being proactive, to be the architect of your own future, not the victim of your past. Changing your mindset isn't a magic trick. It's a choice. It's a discipline. It's taking ownership of the thoughts you think and the beliefs you hold about yourself. When you elevate your mindset, you elevate your world. Your mindset is yours to control. Stop blaming external circumstances and take full responsibility for your thoughts, actions, and results. We all have beliefs that hold us back. Start questioning them. Are they really true? Or are they just excuses you've accepted? What you say to yourself matters. Replace self-doubt with positive affirmations, confidence, and belief in your abilities. Your environment influences your mindset. Spend time with people who inspire you, not those who limit you. Failure is not the end. It's just information. Learn from your mistakes, grow, and come back stronger. Train yourself to think in terms of solutions. Every problem has a solution. It's all about shifting your focus and attitude. Don't play small. Set goals that challenge you, stretch you, and push you beyond your current limits. A mindset of gratitude shifts your perspective. Start every day by focusing on what you're thankful for and watch your life begin to change. The more you learn, the more you grow. Keep expanding your knowledge, read books, attend seminars, and invest in your personal development. A mindset without action is just wishful thinking. Take consistent, purposeful action toward your goals every single day. Taking responsibility is the foundation of success. It begins with acknowledging that you, and only you, have control over your life. Too many people go through life pointing fingers, blaming circumstances, or waiting for someone or something to come along and change things for them. But the reality is that success isn't given, it's earned. And it starts with owning your actions, decisions, and most importantly, your results. When you take responsibility, you stop making excuses. You stop relying on external factors to determine your fate. You stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right conditions. You understand that life is not always going to be easy, but your ability to respond to challenges is entirely within your control. The moment you take full ownership of where you are, you unlock the power to change your situation. Taking responsibility means recognizing that you have the power to change your mindset, your habits, and your future. You stop blaming others for your shortcomings and begin to see every situation as an opportunity to grow. Yes, things may not always go as planned, but in those moments, it's up to you to make a choice. You can either dwell on the setbacks or you can step forward, adapt, and learn. This mindset shift is not just about accepting your circumstances, it's about taking proactive steps toward changing them. It's about understanding that no one is coming to save you, and if anything is going to change in your life, it has to start with you. The responsibility you take today will lay the foundation for the results you'll enjoy tomorrow. When you truly take responsibility, you begin to own your successes and your failures. You no longer live in denial or blame others. You take the lessons from both triumphs and setbacks and use them as stepping stones toward building the life you desire. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens because of you. So take responsibility for your life, your choices, and your future. It's your journey, and it's time to own it. If you want to elevate your life, you first need to take a hard look at the beliefs that are holding you back. We all carry around beliefs, some of them conscious, some of them not, that shape the way we approach life, success, and ourselves. But here's the truth. Many of these beliefs are limiting. They're like invisible chains, keeping us stuck in the same place, preventing us from reaching our true potential. The beliefs you hold about yourself are powerful, but they're not always accurate. Think about the stories you tell yourself. I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or this is just how life is. These beliefs aren't based on fact, they're based on fear, past experiences, or the limitations others have imposed on you. And if you don't challenge them, you'll continue to live under their control. The key to breaking free from these limiting beliefs is to confront them head on. You need to ask yourself, is this belief really true? Where did it come from, and how is it serving me? More often than not, you'll realize that these beliefs are nothing more than mental roadblocks you've allowed to dictate your life. Once you recognize that these beliefs are not facts, you gain the power to change them. It's about choosing to see the world differently, to replace fear with faith in yourself. When you challenge your limiting beliefs, you begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You start to believe that success is not just for others, but for you too. You realize that what you've been holding on to isn't who you are. It's simply a story that you've accepted as truth. This is where the real change happens. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending things are easier than they are. It's about shifting your mindset and creating new beliefs that empower you, beliefs that propel you toward growth and success. You can replace I can't with I will and I'm not good enough with I am capable. When you take control of your beliefs, you take control of your future. Challenge those limiting beliefs every day, and soon you'll find that the life you've always dreamed of is within reach. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. So ask yourself, what would you do if you truly believed you could? The way you talk to yourself matters more than you might realize. It's easy to get caught up in the external noise, the criticism from others, the doubts, the negative opinions, but the most powerful voice you'll ever hear is the one inside your head. The words you speak to yourself shape your reality. They either push you forward or hold you back. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, that success is too far out of reach, or that you're destined to fail, then that's the life you'll create. But it doesn't have to be that way. You need to start taking control of your inner dialogue. The words you use, even in passing, shape your mindset. Every time you say, I can't, you reinforce the belief that it's true. But what if you flipped that script? What if you replaced I can't with I will? What if instead of saying I'm not capable, you started saying I'm learning and growing? The change doesn't happen overnight, but it does start with recognizing how you're talking to yourself and making a conscious decision to change it. Self-talk is your internal programming. You can choose to be your own biggest critic, or you can choose to be your own biggest supporter. The way you speak to yourself sets the tone for everything you do. If you approach challenges with a defeated mindset, then failure becomes inevitable. But if you approach those same challenges with optimism, belief in your abilities, and the words to match it, you start to see possibilities instead of barriers. This doesn't mean you need to pretend everything is perfect. It's not about lying to yourself or ignoring reality. It's about framing things in a way that empowers you. When things get tough, instead of saying, this is too hard, I'll never make it, say, this is difficult, but I'm capable of overcoming it. Instead of saying, I'm just not good at this, say, I may not be there yet, but I'm getting better every day. Those small changes in your self-talk will lead to big changes in your mindset and your results. The words you speak to yourself shape your self-image. When you speak with confidence, belief, and encouragement, you start to see yourself as someone who can tackle challenges, seize opportunities, and create the life you want. But when you constantly criticize, doubt, and belittle yourself, you start to believe that you're incapable of achieving anything. Remember, you're the one in control of the conversation in your head. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing the way you talk to yourself. So start today. Speak words of encouragement, strength, and possibility. Remind yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you have what it takes to succeed. Change your self-talk and watch how quickly your life begins to change. If you want to elevate your life, you need to surround yourself with the right kind of environment. The people you spend time with, the information you consume, and the spaces you inhabit all play a significant role in shaping your mindset and your success. You can't expect to grow if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, complacency, and mediocrity. The law of proximity is powerful. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So ask yourself, are the people around you helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Surrounding yourself with growth means actively choosing to place yourself in environments that challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better. It's about finding people who are striving for more, who believe in progress, and who encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. These are the individuals who will hold you accountable, lift you up when you stumble, and offer support when you need it most. You don't want to be the smartest or most successful person in the room. You want to be surrounded by people who make you want to become better, who make you think bigger, and who push you to reach new heights. This isn't just about the people around you, it's also about the information you're consuming. If you're filling your mind with negativity, fear, or limited thinking, that's what you'll begin to believe. But when you actively choose to expose yourself to books, podcasts, seminars, and ideas that promote growth, you begin to reprogram your mindset. Surrounding yourself with growth means feeding your mind with knowledge, new perspectives, and ideas that challenge the way you think. It's about learning from those who have been where you want to go and using their wisdom to guide your own journey. It's also important to create physical spaces that promote your growth. Are you working in an environment that motivates you? Does your space inspire creativity and productivity? Or is it cluttered with distractions that keep you from focusing on what truly matters? The environments you inhabit have a direct impact on how you feel and how you perform. So take time to curate your physical surroundings in a way that supports your growth, whether that's organizing your workspace, creating time and space for reflection, or simply surrounding yourself with things that inspire you. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when you put yourself in the right environments with the right people and with the right mindset. It means choosing to surround yourself with individuals and influences that challenge you to become your best self. If you want to grow, you need to stop settling for mediocrity. Seek out the people, places, and ideas that will elevate you. Remember, the world is full of potential. And when you surround yourself with the right influences, you'll start tapping into that potential in ways you never thought possible. Failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. So many people live in fear of failure, avoiding it at all costs, thinking that failure is something to be ashamed of. But here's the reality. If you're not failing, you're probably not taking enough risks. You're probably not growing. Failure isn't a sign that you're incapable. It's a sign that you're trying. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone and striving for something greater. The truth is, you'll never learn as much from success as you will from failure. Success is the reward for your efforts, but failure is the lesson. When you embrace failure as feedback, you shift your mindset from one of fear to one of growth. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, you see it as an opportunity to learn, adjust, and improve. Every time something doesn't work out as planned, you have the chance to ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? What went wrong? And how can I fix it? When you start to view failure as feedback, you stop fearing it and you begin to welcome it. Many successful people didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by learning from it. They tried, they failed, they adjusted, and they kept moving forward. Every failure gives you information. It tells you what doesn't work so you can figure out what does. It's a course correction, a chance to refine your approach and come back stronger. Instead of throwing in the towel when things don't go your way, take a step back and ask what you can learn from the experience. What mistakes can you avoid next time? What will you do differently? That's how growth happens, by turning every failure into a lesson and every lesson into progress. Remember, the most successful people in the world didn't succeed because they were immune to failure. They succeeded because they didn't let failure stop them. They failed and they got back up. They adjusted, they learned, and they tried again. So when you encounter failure, don't take it personally. Don't let it define you. Let it refine you. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone toward your next success. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about using failure to propel you forward. It's about being resilient, staying persistent, and continuing to grow no matter what obstacles come your way. Failure is just feedback. Learn from it, move on, and keep going. In life, challenges are inevitable. Problems will arise, obstacles will appear, and things won't always go according to plan. That's the reality. But here's where most people get it wrong. They spend too much time focusing on the problem itself. They dwell on the issue, replay it in their minds over and over again, and in doing so, they only magnify it. They get stuck in a cycle of complaining, blaming, and feeling powerless. But the key to overcoming any challenge is to shift your focus. Instead of staring at the problem, turn your attention to the solution. When you focus on the problem, you become trapped in the negativity of it. You start to see nothing but roadblocks, dead ends, and reasons why things can't work. But when you focus on the solution, you open your mind to possibilities, ideas, and answers. It's a simple shift, but it makes all the difference. Every problem, no matter how big, has a solution. But you'll never find that solution if you keep your eyes fixed on the issue itself. A mindset focused on solutions is one that is proactive, not reactive. It's the mindset of someone who doesn't waste time complaining or making excuses. Instead, they take responsibility for finding the way forward. They ask themselves, what can I do about this? What steps can I take to turn the situation around? When you approach problems with a solution-oriented mindset, you stop feeling helpless. You stop playing the victim. You start taking ownership of your situation, begin moving toward resolution. This mindset isn't about ignoring the problem or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about accepting the reality of the situation and then asking, how can I make this better? It's about finding the best course of action even when the path forward is unclear. It's about looking for opportunities within every challenge and asking, what can I learn from this? The more you train yourself to focus on solutions, the less time you'll spend stuck in frustration or fear. You'll become someone who sees a problem and immediately thinks, how can I fix this? The most successful people in the world are not those who avoid problems, they're the ones who know how to navigate them. They've learned to face challenges head on, not by obsessing over what went wrong, but by identifying what needs to be done to make it right. By focusing on solutions, you keep moving forward, you take action, and that's how progress is made. So next time you're faced with a challenge, don't waste time complaining or getting caught up in the problem. Shift your focus. Ask yourself, what can I do to solve this? And then take action. The sooner you stop focusing on the problem and start focusing on the solution, the sooner you'll find the way forward. Setting goals is not just about writing down a list of things you want to achieve. It's about setting your sights on something big. Too many people set goals that are comfortable, that are easy to reach, and that don't require them to stretch or grow. But if you want to change your life, you need to set goals that challenge you, that make you uncomfortable, and that push you beyond your current limits. Big goals force you to think bigger, act bolder, and dream further. They require you to grow into the person you need to be in order to achieve them. The key to success lies in the size of your goals. When you set small, safe goals, you get small, safe results. But when you set big goals, goals that scare you a little, you start to awaken a sense of urgency and determination. You start thinking differently. Your mindset shifts from one of complacency to one of ambition. You start to make decisions based on where you want to go, not where you are. And that's when change begins to happen. Big goals force you to get clear on what really matters. When your goals are massive, you don't have the luxury of wasting time on distractions. You become laser focused on what you need to do in order to make those big goals a reality. You're not just working hard for the sake of it. You're working with purpose, with direction, and with a clear vision in mind. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and let your goals shrink to fit your current circumstances. But if you want to create something extraordinary, you have to be willing to think bigger than your present reality. Set goals that inspire you, that require you to step outside of your comfort zone, and that stretch your imagination. The bigger the goal, the more you'll be forced to grow in order to achieve it. Don't worry about how impossible your goal may seem right now. The how will come once you've decided on the what. When you set a big goal, your mind will begin to search for ways to make it happen. You'll start to see opportunities where before there were only obstacles. The road ahead may be challenging, but that's what makes the journey worth it. Big goals are not meant to be easy. They're meant to push you, to inspire you, and to force you to reach your highest potential. And remember, achieving big goals doesn't happen overnight. It's not about taking one giant leap. It's about taking consistent, focused action toward that goal every single day. You'll face setbacks, you'll experience failure, but each setback is just part of the process. Each failure brings you closer to the success you seek, so set big goals. Make them bold, make them challenging, and then take action every day. When you do that, not only will you achieve what you set out to do, you'll transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Aim high, work hard, and don't stop until you've reached the extraordinary. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you can use to change your life. Most people focus on what's wrong, what they don't have, or what they wish was different. They spend their time dwelling on problems, thinking about what they're missing, or feeling stuck in their current circumstances. But here's the truth. The more you focus on what you lack, the more you'll attract lack. The more you focus on what's going wrong, the more problems you'll create. The key to turning this around is simple practice: gratitude. Gratitude is a mindset that shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. It's about recognizing the good in your life, no matter how small, and appreciating it fully. Every day you have countless things to be grateful for, but too often people overlook them. They take their blessings for granted, or they get caught up in the pursuit of something bigger, thinking that happiness lies somewhere in the future. But the truth is, happiness begins in the present moment with an attitude of gratitude. When you wake up in the morning, take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. It doesn't matter if it's something small: a warm bed, a roof over your head, a loved one by your side. Focus on the positive aspects of your life. When you start your day with gratitude, you set a tone of appreciation and abundance for everything that follows. Your mind becomes trained to notice the good, and suddenly, even the challenges become opportunities for growth. Gratitude is a daily practice, and the more you make it a part of your life, the more your entire perspective changes. It's easy to get bogged down by the stresses of life, by the things that aren't going right. But when you make the effort to be thankful for what you have, your energy shifts. You begin to see possibilities instead of obstacles. You attract more of the things you're grateful for into your life. It's not magic, it's a mindset that cultivates positivity and opens the door for more success, joy, and fulfillment. Gratitude is not just about feeling thankful when things are going well. It's about finding things to be grateful for, even when things are tough. Life is full of ups and downs, and while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. When you practice gratitude in the face of adversity, you train your mind to look for the lessons, to see the silver lining, and to stay focused on what's working instead of what's not. It's in those moments of struggle that gratitude has the most power. It helps you stay grounded, it strengthens your resilience, and it keeps you moving forward. When you commit to practicing gratitude daily, you start to see your life through a new lens. You realize that even in the hardest times, you have something to be grateful for. Gratitude allows you to shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. It changes how you feel, how you think, and how you act. It draws in more of what you want, and it helps you become the kind of person who attracts positivity and success. So make it a habit. Every day, find something to be grateful for, no matter how small. Take a moment to reflect, to appreciate, and to acknowledge the good in your life. When you do this consistently, you'll be amazed at how quickly your life begins to change. Gratitude is the key to unlocking abundance, and it's a practice that will transform your mindset, your relationships, and your success. Lifelong learning is not just a choice, it's a necessity. If you want to grow, if you want to succeed, And if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must commit to learning every single day. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. You cannot afford to stop growing just because you've reached a certain level of success or comfort. Success is not a destination, it's a journey, and the path requires constant learning, adaptation, and improvement. The most successful people in the world understand that knowledge is the foundation of achievement. They understand that to stay ahead, they must constantly be expanding their minds, acquiring new skills, and staying open to new ideas. The person who stops learning is the person who starts stagnating. And stagnation leads to complacency, mediocrity, and ultimately failure. Commitment to lifelong learning means never thinking you've made it. It means never resting on your laurels. It means seeking knowledge, embracing new experiences, and constantly challenging yourself to expand your understanding. Every day presents an opportunity to learn something new, whether it's through books, conversations, seminars, or even failures. The world is full of lessons if you're willing to seek them out and absorb them. The best part about lifelong learning is that it doesn't require a degree or formal education. It's about making learning a part of your everyday life. It's about developing a mindset that is always curious, always searching for ways to improve. You can learn from anyone and anything. The key is to remain open. Sometimes the most valuable lessons come from unexpected places, from people who may not have the traditional credentials, but who have wisdom and experience to offer. Learning doesn't just apply to your professional life. It applies to every aspect of your being, your relationships, your health, your mindset. The more you learn, the better you become at understanding and navigating the complexities of life. And the more you learn, the more confident and capable you become. You're not just acquiring knowledge, you're developing the wisdom to apply it in meaningful ways. Lifelong learning also means being willing to challenge your own beliefs and assumptions. It means recognizing that you don't know everything and that there's always room for growth. When you stop learning, you stop evolving, and when you stop evolving, you stop progressing. So make the decision today to commit to lifelong learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, and seek out mentors who can guide you. They don't let a day go by without learning something new, no matter how small it may seem. By committing to lifelong learning, you ensure that you are always on the path to becoming more knowledgeable, more skilled, more capable, more successful. The key to lasting success is not in the knowledge you have today, but in the knowledge you're willing to gain tomorrow. Make learning a lifelong commitment, and you'll unlock the door to unlimited growth and opportunity. Living with purpose is one of the most powerful things you can do. Without purpose, life becomes a series of random events, decisions made on impulse or convenience, and a constant feeling of being lost or off track. But when you act with purpose, everything changes. You wake up with direction. You set goals with intention. You make decisions based on where you want to go, not just where you are. Purpose gives your life meaning, focus, and energy. You must ask yourself, what is the purpose behind what you're doing? Why are you working? Why are you pursuing that goal? If you can't answer those questions, then you need to take a step back and reassess. Acting without purpose is like driving a car without a destination. It's easy to get stuck in circles, wasting time and energy without getting anywhere. But when you know your purpose, when you understand your why, you don't just go through the motions. You take deliberate, focused action. When you act with purpose, you become intentional about everything you do. Every action, every choice, and every decision becomes a step toward your greater goal. You stop wasting time on things that don't move you forward. Instead, you begin to prioritize what matters most. Purpose helps you see the big picture. It keeps you grounded when things get tough, and it keeps you focused when distractions arise. No matter how hard the road becomes, when you act with purpose, you keep moving forward. Purpose also fuels motivation. When you know why you're doing something, it's easier to stay committed. When you wake up every day with a clear sense of purpose, you have a reason to push through the tough times. When you're working towards something that deeply resonates with you, you'll find the energy to keep going even when the obstacles seem overwhelming. It's like a fire within you, driving you to do more, to become more, and to achieve more. But acting with purpose isn't just about big life-changing goals. It's about every action you take. Small, purposeful actions lead to big results. Every time you make a decision, ask yourself, does this align with my purpose? And does this move me closer to my goal? Purpose keeps you focused on what's important and helps you avoid the distractions and detours that can pull you off course. When you act with purpose, you live with clarity. You understand the significance of every moment. You realize that your time is valuable and that you have limited resources to achieve the things that matter most. This realization forces you to be intentional with your choices and to make every decision count. Your actions become purposeful because you understand the impact they have on your life and the lives of those around you. If you want to live a life of success and fulfillment, acting with purpose must be at the core of everything you do. It's not enough to simply go through the motions. You must decide what you want, set clear intentions, and take purposeful action every single day. When you do this, you begin to create the life you've always wanted, a life that's not just about surviving, but about thriving. Purpose gives your life meaning. It provides the fuel for your ambitions. It shapes the legacy you leave behind. So decide today to act with purpose. Your life will never the same.